Poverty in Malaysia has been reported to be decreased from the year of 1970 to 2014 according to the Malaysia 11 Plan in 2015. However, poverty is still a major problem to this country, although many strategic poverty eradication plan has been implemented by the government.
Poverty happens in both rural and urban areas, although the incidence of rural poverty is much higher than urban poverty in Malaysia. This is a serious issue because poverty brings negative consequences in social and political aspects. Individuals who live in poverty may face severe deprivation of basic needs such as food, safe drinking water, home, and healthcare.
This in turn leads to malnutrition, starvation or illnesses, and a higher crime rate. Therefore, addressing this problem can help to reduce the number of poverty incidents in Malaysia so that the condition of poor households can be improved, which is important for the nation's political and social stability.
The study aims to increase the awareness of Malaysians towards poverty issues so that they can assist the governments in the measures to eradicate poverty. In this study, survey will be conducted to collect data about public awareness as well as opinions towards poverty.
The data will be contextualized with recent literature review to analyze the possibility to eradicate poverty to achieve the first agenda of Sustainable Development Goals, which is no poverty.
Research questions and hypotheses. Our first research question is, which group of people have better awareness towards poverty issue? One hypothesis is, people with higher educational qualification have better awareness towards poverty issue than people with lower educational qualification. While alternative hypothesis is, people with higher educational qualification have equal awareness towards poverty issue as people with lower educational qualification. The second research question, which area has a higher poverty level in Malaysia? The new hypothesis that we have generated is, rural area has a higher poverty level as compared to the urban area in Malaysia, while alternative hypothesis is, urban area has a higher poverty level as compared to the rural area in Malaysia. The last research question, what is the effectiveness of government's measures in eradicating poverty? The new hypothesis is, the effectiveness of government's measures in eradicating poverty is high, while alternative hypothesis is, the effectiveness of government's measures in eradicating poverty is low.
The community is hoped to adjust their mindset and attitude in assisting the government so that the poverty issue can be reduced more effectively. This research will be helpful to enhance the spirit of community in collaborating with every aspect to eradicate this problem and achieve the Sustainable Goal Development, which is no poverty. We will intensify the attention of different aspects towards the urban and rural poverty issue among the Malaysian community and ways to solve it. The outcomes of the study will also be beneficial to the government to initiate collaboration with NGOs in eradicating the poverty issue. This study will also show the significance of education in eliminating poverty, where educators can develop teaching learning strategies in enhancing the knowledge and skill in financial management in students.
Next is on who are participants in this research and data collections method involved. In this research, our target group is bottom 40% or B40. B40 is defined as household with median household income RM 3,000 ringgit according to Department of Statistics in Malaysia. But why B40 is chosen as our participants? First, this is to measure their knowledge on poverty and rights. Second, to study the effectiveness of aids they receive. Third, to measure sustainability of aids received. And to study their initiative to improve their social economy. Once target group has decided, we choose the most suitable data collection method according to our interests of study. Firstly, correlational method to measure correlations of two or more variables. In this research, it involved the correlations of poverty with background, demography, and etc. of our respondents. Next, by using questionnaires method, we can collect answers to close-ended questions and able to reach wider audience from target group. Lastly, for qualitative aspect, one-to-one interviews with open-ended questions to allow researchers to understand the respondents' true feeling on an issue.
Data analysis. Data analysis is carried out after data collection to determine the results for our research. The data collected is first organized into categories. Then, suitable charts or graphs such as scatter plots, pie charts, and bar charts can be drawn using software such as Microsoft Excel to illustrate the data so as to indicate the correlation between the variables that are studied. Analysis of data can be made based on the charts or graphs that have been drawn. Inferences are made based on the results obtained from the respondents and supported with literature reviews and case studies that we have examined through close readings. Appropriate statistical tests, such as t-tests in Microsoft Excel, will be run to determine whether the hypothesis generated is accepted or not, based on the data obtained. Through this technique, we are able to determine whether the hypothesis generated is correct. If the data supports the hypothesis, then a conclusion can be drawn. However, if the data do not support the hypothesis, a new hypothesis should be made and a new experiment should be conducted. Limitations. One of the limitations of our research design is that our targeted participants are mainly individuals and families in para. Since our main objective of this research is to measure the awareness of Malaysians towards poverty issue, our focus should not be within Perak only. In order to minimize this limitation, the first solution is to communicate with influential pages in social media of each Malaysia state to ask for their help to share the survey questionnaire. The second solution is we can share the survey questionnaire to family members and friends in other states of Malaysia through social media. The second limitation in our research is the results of our research may be influenced by confounding variables. For instance, some participants may be immature enough to understand the issue of poverty. To minimize this limitation, we should control the confounding variable. In this case, age is the confounding variable. We should set a minimum age in the survey form so that the results of the data won't be affected by this factor.
As conclusions, the awareness level of Malaysians toward the poverty issues can be obtained by using the methods we suggest in Chapter 5, Research Design and Method. By utilizing this result, we can observe whether Malaysians are concerned about the poverty issues, and this may lead to the improvement of awareness level towards poverty problems amongst Malaysians, so that they can give full cooperation to the governments in order to eliminating poverty in society.